Hi, and welcome back to my channel at Also Victoria, where I'm a part-time reseller on Etsy, Poshmark, and eBay. And what I'm going to show you today are some of the clothing I pulled out of my studio. I was there putting some things away, and my husband called me, and while he had me on the phone, it's hard for me to sit still. So I just started looking through some of my boxes and stuff, and I thought I should have these listed, so I'm going to show you what I decided to pull out to list. I think I opened a suitcase I had of some clothes I've had more than 10 years ago, and I bought them thrifted. So they're vintage, because I bought them so long ago from a thrift store. Anyway, let me show you. So I opened with a suitcase of some of the stuff that I used to wear, and I thought, well, these should be listed. So I will probably list these on Poshmark and eBay, since some of the others on Etsy, eBay. So this is a red thread here, and what this is like a Cottagecore maxi dress, very pretty colors. It's a high-waisted, and it has the tie in the back. This is a size medium, and it is a rayon. So I should try it on again. And the other dress was this blue, also Cottagecore style. Lisa Joe is the brand, and it's a 910. It's also a rayon floral maxi dress, once again with the tie in the back there. Okay, and I think that was all the modern stuff I pulled out that I thought would be great to list. And then I opened up a couple of my vintage boxes, and on top were some dresses. So I started pulling out some dresses, and thought these should be listed. So one of them was this. Let's see, it is very vintage, Royal Hawaiian. It's so faded. It's in a bark cloth. It is a size 12, but I believe it is a youth 12 because it looks very small in through this yoke area. Looks tiny, tiny, tiny for a 12. So I think it's a youth 12. And I may have at one time been a maxi, so now it's more of a midi. Well, it might be a maxi on a size 12 person, but I believe, oh no, what I did before I put it away, the hem was up, and what I did is I took the hem down, so it has the original hem. So it just needs to be steamed and pressed and noted. So that's the front, and it has these little black buttons. I believe this is from the 70s. These style buttons, these little metal, I think they're metal buttons. So I'm thinking this is more of a 70s, late 70s bark cloth. Okay, and then I pulled out this white dress, California Girl, 80s, made in USA, size 10. It is 100% cotton. It has these lapel sleeves with these gold buttons, gold button trim. It's a fit and flare, pockets, and it's also a midi size, with this embroidered patch pocket, and I put a gold belt on it. There's no stains, so it's like a half circle, 3/4 circle skirt, elastic waist, shoulder pads. So it shouldn't be sitting in a tub in my storage for my studio. It should be listed. And there was this one is a TBL Express. I have no idea, but it's got a very graphic pattern. It's a buttoned front, very lightweight. I believe it's a cotton. It's almost like a nightgown cut to it with the little curved hem here. It has these little lapels at the hem, and it has one little lapel at the collar that doesn't do anything. That's that. The only thing on there is that tag. So I don't know the era of this style dress. So I will probably photograph it loose and belt it. Feels like a cotton too. I'll try to determine the era. I'm thinking also 70s, 80s. And then there is this cotton muslin-y gauze. There's no label. I believe there was no label to this. This could be another 80s, 90s. This has another nice summer dress with this embroidery. Pretty thick embroidery flower. I don't think it's a drop waist. Not even sure. It might be a higher waist. I'm not sure. Gathered, and it has the embroidery down at the hem. Nothing in the back. And it has a back tie here. So that could be an 80s style. The embroidery reminds me of how they embroider dresses in Mexico. So not quite sure. From here they look like eggs and pine trees, but they are calla lilies on that. And then there is this dress. I think it is another 70s, could be 80s. It's a DD Cantor, size 14, Decanter, Illinois. Must be DD Decanter. They had their. It's 100% cotton. It's just a navy blue summer dress with a little print, but at the bottom is the border print. And this is below the knee, so kind of a midi. And then it's a square neck with elastic. And I do remember, I don't remember how many years ago, so it's a pullover. The elastic was worn out, and I restitched some new elastic on the inside. And for some reason, things happened and changed, and I put this away. This has pockets, and I put it away and moved on to other stuff. But now I saw it, pulled it out, and ready to list. It could be when I started selling vintage 11 years ago, I was still trying to determine the age of vintage, of some of the vintage. Because let's see, it would be 2010 I started, but I've been collecting it since before then. So I don't know. Make things vintage. And then there was this dress. This is like another Hawaiian print dress. It's a mini dress. And I think I thought maybe at first it had been rehemmed, but then I matched the thread color to the thread color on the arm piping or trim or bias, and it's the same. And this is called this is the 80s. This is called Sea Wind. So it's a 70s, 80s, and it is made in Hawaii, USA, from imported fabric. So it's not bark cloth, but it has a rib effect to it. Halter, neck, straps. I may have stitched the strap up too. Back zipper. Empire in the front. A-line. Mini dress. Very cute. And then there's this lounge dress. It's from Sears. I love the color of this. So it's just a lounge dress. It pulls over. It's below the knee. Has pockets and butterflies. And I believe with this one, yes, this probably was maybe a maxi lounge dress. And I think whoever owned it, this here neckline just had a slit, and they sewed the slit down, probably bothered their neck, and then they took the fabric from the hem that they cut off, and they made these huge pockets in front. I mean, they're huge pockets. So that's all been added on and restyled. It was made in Hong Kong, so definitely an 80s. And I think the reason I hesitated listing this right away is because of all the stitching work and stuff, and I like things to be, when I was selling vintage before, obviously the less changes to the vintage item, that's what I would list, but now I just think that little changes like that maybe just add to them. So, and it's still a very nice vintage piece. Okay, so it could be 80s, 70s. And then this is an All That Jazz lace mini dress with these plastic clear buttons. It's like an 8 gore, 6 gore, I don't know, 6 or 8 gore mini dress. Of course, you'd wear a slip under it. It has a back lace tie up, and this is an 80s, made in USA, dry clean only, but I wash things regardless. It's 11/12, so it's like a junior's, these little cap sleeves. And I remember I stopped picking up all that jazz. Now I wish I would have picked up all that jazz dresses I saw in the thrift store, like 7, 8 years ago. But I had stopped because, I don't know, styles change. Now styles change back again. And then there's this dress. This is Seneca, New York. Look at that label. Another 80s. It is made in USA, a cotton poly blend, size 13, which is either a half size, youth size, and it does have a lot. So I can't remember which, so this could be, has the washing instructions. This could be a late 60s actually, early 70s. Little shoulder pads, maybe 70s. And it has these pockets up here. So it has a blossom waist. So when you put this on, so it's a mini skirt dress, this part will blossom up over your bust. This will sit at the waist, and then this is the little mini skirt part. That's a little flared blue V-neck. Like a campus tie. I could say college girl, kind of back in the day, wear that. And then there's this little lounge dress. Let's see, it's a blue seersucker. I thought I saw, it has a back zipper. Oh, I thought I saw a label somewhere. No, has a front zipper. Has a front zipper. Anyway, this is the dress. It's a lounge dress with a front zipper and pockets. But it has these sleeves, these little pin tuck sleeves with all these little buttons. These little puffy sleeves. Really cute, really different. Thought I saw a label somewhere on the side, but maybe not. No label. So, zip front, lounge dress, pockets. Nice. So that's all I pulled out because I got a lot of listing to do as far as dresses, but then I did see these shoes sitting there and I decided to pull these up too. These are Bandolino made in Italy. They're probably leather dance shoes. I like to call these dance shoes. Little 8.5 slingback. Yeah. Probably also 80s for these. Okay, that's all I have to show you what I pulled out of my studio. So I'll get this edited and posted. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that. Thanks again. Bye.